Hey Zach, what's for dinner?
It's Brinner! Hello and welcome to Pawa's Breakfast Tips number 5. This is the final breakfast tip. Today we got homemade pancakes from scratch. Alright, here's what we got. We got some flour, we got some eggs, some buttermilk, some butter, some salt, and some baking soda. The first thing we're going to do, okay, you take your buttermilk. So I got 2 cups right here. This is a double serving. We got a lot of hungry mouths to feed. I pour the buttermilk into a nice deep dish, or a bowl as some would call it. And then you take your baking soda and you just pour it in. I take 1 teaspoon of baking soda and pour it in, okay? Alright, then what you do, you get a nice spoon and you just mix up. Make sure the baking soda is all mixed up in the buttermilk, okay? And then you're just going to let it sit for a couple minutes. When the buttermilk and baking soda mix, you get a nice foamy texture. You'll see in a couple minutes. Alright, now that we've let the baking soda and buttermilk sit for a little while, the next step is to add the eggs. And you want to add it right in there. Okay, stir that up a little. Okay, then the third step, we're going to add the flour. There's 1 cup, we're doing 2. There's 2 cups. And then the final step is just a little pinch of salt. 2 pinches of salt. Alright, then what you want to do is just mix this all up. Alright guys, so now that the batter is all mixed up and your pan is nice and hot, what we're going to do is just start cooking the pancakes. So the first thing I do is just apply a nice piece of butter. Okay, now what I do is I use my measuring cup to create the pancake. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. Now I usually let them cook for about 1.5 to 2 minutes aside. Alright, once you see the bubbles coming up in the top of the pancake, what you're going to do is just start flipping them. Just your standard flip. I do have the best flipping technique this side of Mississippi. Oh my god. Alright, so what's nice about this recipe, the baking soda and the buttermilk create a nice fluffy pancake. So you can see here, these are really about 1/4 inch thick. Really nice, light, fluffy texture. We're just going to let that other side cook, and then what I'm going to do, I've heated up the oven to 200 degrees. I got a plate in there, and I'm just going to make a big fat stack of a bunch of pancakes, and then we're going to eat. Alright, now that these are finished cooking all the way through, see how they have a nice golden texture on both sides. I'm just going to stack them up and throw them in the oven here. So what we've got going on in the microwave is I've just laid down a paper towel and then put down a number of strips of bacon, and I'm cooking it. I usually do about a minute per each piece of bacon, so we got like 10 to 12 pieces, so I'm doing it for about 10 minutes in the microwave there. And that's just a good way to get bacon cooked. It's a lot easier than cooking out of the pan, dealing with the mess, dealing with the smell and whatnot. So that's what we're doing here. And now we're just going to keep going. So you just want to repeat steps 1 through whatever, however many steps we just did, and keep cooking your pancakes so you have as many as you want. Alright guys, at the end of my pancake making extravaganza, what I like to do is make 1 big one for a little boom at the end, a little bang for your buck. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to attempt to flip this right now. Just want to get some video coverage of the moment. You got to get your wrist nice and loose. Bang! Alright, we're good. We're good. Alright guys, so Today we got two young gentlemen, Ben Snyder and Josh Nislik, eating this Brinner extravaganza. Here's Josh going in for the kill. That looks pretty good. What do you think, Josh?
Delicious. Pretty hot.
Here's Ben going in for the kill as well.
And just like last week, I burned my mouth on the first bite.
Pass the syrup, Ben. Thanks, buddy. Wait, these are delicious, Zach. Buttermilk pancakes, his specialty.
Yeah, guys, just keep this in mind. These are from scratch. This is not your morning quick breakfast. This is not your Lucky Charms. This is not your egg in the basket. This is a Sunday breakfast or Brinner. All right. Why don't you guys take a look at my beautiful, golden, delicious, big pancake. That's a plate pancake right there. That's a plater. Anyways, as I was saying, we'll be back next week with a different tip. For now, good night, good luck.
Try these at home.
Have a good Halloween. Try them at home. And good night.